Hi guys, welcome to the Luci Show late night live stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Coming into the stream, hi Hex Model. Yes, live again. Like I said, if you guys are subscribed to this channel and then my main channel, Living with Luci, link down below. I know I never set exact times when I go on because I think that gives me anxiety. So I usually just like to go on whenever. But I have said to make it easier for you folks that for this channel, if I was going to start it anytime before 1:30 a.m. EST, if it passes 1:30 a.m. EST, then I deem that too late. So that's just a rule I made for myself. Anyways, so I'm on my own Twitter page right now. Just wanted to go over a couple tweets that I thought were pretty neat. So CZ of Binance, I think, did he? Is he still locked up as in like you can only I think you can he still made it ever since that whole situation, I think, with like Binance locking up Dogecoins. You can't like respond to him. So like anything that he tweets, like you can't, I guess you can't respond. So you can't tweet at him unless he's following you, which is like mass majority of us he isn't following. But I thought this was a nice tweet anyways. I still follow him. If I told you you have to be rich to be allowed investing, you'd be pissed, right? Okay, you just have to have you just have to be an accredited investor to invest. How do you become an accredited investor? You have to be rich. It's for your protection. This really is sad but so true. It's kind of like when you're young and you're applying for a job. Not even when you're young, even when you're old and you're applying for a job. And your employer says, well, we need you to have experience. We need you to have experience, lots of experience, preferably before we give you this job. So then if you're there, like trying to get your first job, you're thinking, how the heck am I supposed to get this job if I'm supposed to have a bunch of experience and no one's willing to give me a job? So definitely just kind of sad truth of how our world works. Of course, there are always kind souls out there. I've met great employers in the past, along with some bad ones, but there's always good ones that will kind of give you that head start, even though you may not be the best candidate. There could be other better ones with actual experience, but someone's got to give you a start in the very beginning. I believe that people have to help others out, and like no one would be anywhere in this world, including Elon Musk, if no one decided to help him. Like from the very beginning, when you're a baby, you're basically helpless and useless. So I think in everyone's lives, doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, millionaire, or you're not, and you just work 9 to 5 jobs. Everybody kind of needs to start from somewhere and needs a little help. So if one day you can be that helping hand to someone with a new beginning, I hope that you do change somebody's lives out there one day. Sebastian, hey, hi Pamela, welcome to the stream. Haruhi, Swag Master, Mr. Fix It 420. Ty, hello. Yes, and all you guys coming into the stream right now, don't forget, you can still get those 5 free stocks up to $2,300. WEBULL's giving out. They just have 2 more days until this special promo is over. So if anybody is interested in that special promotion, definitely check it out. What's going on, 420? What's the 420 I'm missing? Proud of you, Lucy. Thank you. You're watching. So yeah, if you haven't already, definitely check out all the referral links I have down in the description below, and always make sure you are smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Really helps support this channel and make it grow, hopefully to over 2,000 subscribers someday. I've like given up on this channel growing past 2,000 subs, kind of like how I've given up Dogecoin that it's going to surpass 25 cents before the end of this year. Just very bearish right now. I'm like done with 2021, ready for 2022. 10 more days countdown. Every day is a rough day for me. I hope you guys know this. If you didn't, now you know. Dogelon on Gemini, Haruhi says, yes. So we went over this yesterday that Gemini was allowing deposits for a whole bunch of other altcoins, except I think all these altcoins are now readily available, tradable on Gemini, minus Dogelon. I'm just going to double check that right now. As you come in, please click the like button, Pamela says. Yes, click, or just click, but do not click, because that would mean you unclick that like button. Jimbo, hi everyone. Thank you, Lucy. If it wasn't for you mention AMC giving out NFT, I would have never gotten those tickets on time. It really made it worth it having that bell notification on. Sebastian, you're hilarious. Oh my God. I'm glad that you got tickets on time for Spider-Man. I didn't even see Spider-Man right when it came out, but I mean, I just saw it. I just saw it like last week. So very happy that I was able to see it. I mean, it's still in theaters. It's going to be in theaters for a while. I guess you were able to see it ahead of everybody else, all your friends and family. Did you get an NFT though, Sebastian? Were you able to get one of those NFTs? Were you like a premier member? I'm an insider stub member, aka free at AMC. I wasn't willing to pay any more money. Um, but if you were a premier member, I think you pay like a monthly fee for AMC. I don't know what you get out of it, to be honest. I don't know if that's like skipping. I think you get like, yeah, there's 2 lines. So you might be able to skip a line and get to popcorn, like the concession stand before everybody else. I mean, you have to have some type of perks, I think, to be a premier member. But I'm not a premier member. I think I might have been for like a month because there was like a special deal. And aside from that, I've never been a premier member. Oh, thank you, Syndicate Hunter. Thanks for the super chat. Thank you for the videos, Luci. Best community fun. Aw, thank you guys. Anytime, anytime. You know, I just like to share like random stuff on my Twitter page. Even though if you're following me on Twitter, you can see this anyways. But it's like I like to make the video version of me going over my Twitter page and whatever it is that I find interesting. So that was CZ Binance, and this is by It's All Risky. Well, It's All Risky posted this. This looks really legit. Like this looks real. I'm actually amazed at this Shiba Inu. Like this is not. I have to do a double take these days, you know, on the internet, just because like deep fakes are so good these days, and like deep fakes for your voice as well. Like Morgan Freeman, somebody deep faked this guy's voice, the actor's voice, and like made a storybook about cryptocurrency and like Santa Claus or something. And I looked at this video for like 10 minutes only to realize, man, that's probably not Morgan Freeman. Because if it was, it would probably gain like, I don't know, 1 million views instead of like the 20,000 views that it's accrued. So yeah, deep fakes, man, for voice, deep fakes for dogs, deep fakes for Elon Musk's face on a Chinese guy, or it's probably not even Elon Musk. Yeah, lots of deep fakes. Definitely be careful. A lot of people, even though you think you're above getting tricked by Photoshop and deep fakes and deep voicing and all that, it's nuts out there. So I don't know. My spidey senses tell me this is probably not a deep fake, but who the heck knows? Oh, Pamela, member for 2 months. Rubber Chicken YOLO Gang. Oh my God. Let's celebrate. Has it already been 2 months? That's crazy. I still remember when I was doing, only an OG of this channel would know this, when I was trying to gain hours for this YouTube channel, and I would just like watch my Netflix. I was watching Money Heist at the time, like binging all of Money Heist. And before the new part 5 came out, and everything's over now and it's terrible. But I was watching Money Heist, like having cereal, eating everything under the sun, having snacks, eating grapes, watermelon at one point, like watching Titanic. And I would just put this like entire channel on mute. And then I'll just like chat with you guys on the stream. Like I'll type into my phone. Those were the good old days. And then now I just end up, those are like 7 hours. I have 7-hour videos on this playlist. So if you ever want some background noise when you're scared at night, this channel is the place to go, or my main channel, because I also don't talk scary stuff. So after watching a scary movie, you want some background noise for your home, it's just going to be like this, basically live stream playlist on this channel. And Living with Luci, you have probably days, I would say days or months worth of content to play for your background. This is my favorite YouTube channel, Pamela says, after Living with Luci. Aw, thanks, guys. I personally, I feel like the other channel obviously has more subscribers. So yes, that's like my baby, my main channel. But if I had to pick between which one do I enjoy more, as in like just I'm more chill on, I just talk about whatever I want, I feel like I actually wish I had more subscribers on this channel, because this is the channel where I'm able to talk about like any movie, any TV show, like whatever I want. If I saw some random thing happen outdoors, like I could talk about it. Nothing really weird happened today. No, not too weird. I saw somebody that I was like at the ATM machine that was just kind of scared me, but that's nothing. That's nothing to really important to share. I feel like, I don't know, I'm like really just seeing all the news in America these days. I'm like really scared of getting robbed. So I don't know, like when I'm like at an ATM machine, and whether I'm depositing cash or taking out cash, I'm like, man, what are the chances that I could be one of those people that gets robbed at an ATM machine? So when I'm waiting behind somebody who's like I don't know what they were doing, but they were just like clicking at, I think at the enter button like 8 times right before they left. So I was just like, I don't know if this person, and I didn't like, I was watching because by the time I showed up, I don't know if they finished their transaction and they're just doing something funky. But there's like only so many things you can do on an ATM machine. You either take out money or you put in money, or maybe you're getting your transaction. So this person, I don't know what they were doing, but I was watching them because I had to wait behind them for like 4 to 5 minutes, and they were just clicking like random things on the screen, and it didn't look like they got any receipts, like nothing happened. And then they clicked like the enter button like 7 times near the end. So I don't know, I thought that was wacky. I'm just glad that they weren't pretending to, like, I don't know, get out money from the ATM. I watched too many, like, obviously heist shows, robberies, and like too much Netflix that I'm like, what if they're trying to rob me by pretending like they're being in a customer like right in front of me? That would have been bad, but it's all good. It's all good. Thank you, GH69, for the pear sticker, my favorite. I miss watching you eat chips while you were on mute, Pamela. Well, those days could possibly be come back. If I ever lose my voice or anything like that, or if I'm sick and I still want to do YouTube videos, then I'll probably just go back to the muting and then watching Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, as you can see by my title, okay, wait, sorry. Can I just say how amazing this is, and the fact that I believe this is real, even though who knows, maybe this could be Photoshop deepfake of a dog. I don't know, but it's kind of amazing because I know a lot of people who can't even do not a sit up or a crunch, right? I know a lot of people who can't do this. So it's quite amazing that this Shiba Inu is able to. Yes, 2 brain cells. This dog is more of a tank than, I would say, more than 30% of the people that I know who cannot do this. And like, look at it go. It looks very happy doing it too. Honest, I know Biden. I saw in the news that Biden got a new dog, or like welcomed a new pup to the White House. I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't a Shiba Inu. It wasn't a Shiba Inu. I don't know what was it like. Is it a German dog? I forget what kind of dog it is. I'm not that great on breeds. I didn't even know what a Shiba Inu was until like literally the last 2 years. So I don't know what his breed is, but sadly it was not. It was not a Shiba Inu. Can you imagine the price of Shiba Inu and Dogecoin? How high it would have shot up if Biden bought a Shiba Inu? So sucks, didn't happen. Yeah, I know, would have been great. Yeah, it's yearly premium membership. The email to redeem them goes out on the 22nd. Fingers crossed. All right, Sebastian, I hope for you that you get a really sweet NFT. Somebody on my main channel, the Living with Lucy one earlier, came up and said that they sent me an NFT. So I did look, and somebody did. So I thanked them on Instagram, my Instagram story. Somebody sent me, I guess it's 0.0005 Ethereum worth of a NFT. So I did the math. I think that's $2. If I'm wrong, correct me. I think that's $2. Either way, I love it. Thank you to whoever sent that to me. I didn't even know when I got my NFT OpenSea account. I was just doing it for experimental purposes and see like how the heck one can make NFTs and how the selling process works. And if somebody's crazy enough to buy my $4 million worth of JPEG. Sadly, that has not occurred for me. But here's hoping. It's like, you got to put yourself out there. If you miss 100% of the shots that were never taken. So yeah, by me allowing myself to get paid $4 million for a stupid JPEG, I'm putting myself out there. If you don't do that, then there's no shot. It's like not buying that lotto ticket. So that's kind of the way I see it. But I definitely did not know that people could send you like NFTs. So pretty cool, pretty cool. That dog can work out. Yes. Love Doge and SHIB. Thank you, DH69. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for all the stickers. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling poop emoji and the FML emoji. And then, yes, the me on fire. Not so much the YOLO. I haven't gotten to YOLO much. Aki says, what you think about Ecomi? How many do you have? I don't have any Ecomi, so Omi. But I do have friends who have Omi, and I don't think Dawn's here right now, but one of my awesome mods and community members is very into Omi. So I've heard about Omi basically from Dawn and from friends for a while now. I haven't gotten into it, but I've also watched videos from Andre Jack, who is heavily, like I'm talking over 100K USD invested into Omi. I think it's a great project and stuff. And to be honest, I like the chart because even Andre Jack kind of bought high. It dropped a lot. I don't even think he's in the green yet. But OMI, I like the chart for now. Technically, if I had a bunch of buying power, I wouldn't mind putting some in. If you do believe in the future of basically licensed NFTs, such as the ones that are collaborated with Ecomi, then I think there's a bright future. Hi, Ken Bussy, 34. Hi there, Lucy and fam. Thank you and enjoy the NFT. It's a fun, Sebastian says. Honestly, I know I say a lot of smack about NFTs because at the end of the day, I'm not going to change my stance. Like, it is at the bottom of the totem pole of assets I want to own, right? But I'm not going to knock it because I think it does give people and children an opportunity to become multimillionaires overnight because we don't know why, right? We don't know why. Of course, I have my reservation. I don't plan on ever buying like a Bored Ape NFT because in my mind, it's more of like a hot potato situation. Like, if I put all my money in, right? Like, I could sell all my Dogecoins right now, and I could take out all my stocks, sell all my Neo shares, sell all my options. I could take maybe like $700,000. If I take about $700,000 and I buy like maybe 2 Bored Apes, right? I would fear every night that it ended with me, and like 3 days later, somehow Bored Ape is like no longer popular. The Bored Ape Yacht Club is like no longer popular. Everyone's moved on to like, I don't know, triangular robot coin, like NFT or whatever. And then you would just be stuck. You would be stuck with a bag that is literally no hope, right? I would never believe that if an NFT just goes from $10 million, let's say, per to $10, I don't see it making a rebound. Like, this isn't Bitcoin we're talking here. So that's kind of like the way I see it. But again, I will not knock something that does provide people the opportunity to have some fun, and then real artists to obviously get paid. I think the concept of NFTs overall is good. It's just that don't expect everybody to become multimillionaires by flipping NFTs. It's definitely not for everyone, just like cryptocurrency is not for everyone. Some people buy a bunch of poop coins, expect to get rich, and then lose all their savings. So kind of the same for everything. Oh, thank you. Love Doge and Sheep. Thank you so much for the Shiba Inu sticker. So this one I kind of want to show you guys. All right, so hold on. So this is the post-millennial. This is a post-millennial video posted of Elon Musk talking about wokeness, okay? And this one really like hit me hard today. I just want to share with you guys. I feel like I definitely agree with him. There's a lot of wokeness, I think, since long before even 2019, but it's really blew up, I think, in 2020, 2021. And I do think a lot of people just kind of take it up another level where it doesn't need to be, and it just ends up making life a little sad. And I feel like there's so many the same woke people that he's probably talking about probably hate South Park, and you guys know I love South Park. So just really want to show you guys this little clip in case you didn't see it. It is on my Twitter as well under my likes, and I think Elon must like this or one of these clips.
You're working on some of those problems, but the problem of wokeness specifically, you mentioned that's like a mind virus and it's destructive. And why do you think wokeness is so destructive?
I'm interested in your opinions too. But
he's on Babylon, by the way. Babylon. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think we should be aiming for like a positive society, and it should be okay to be humorous. Like we should like wokeness basically wants to make comedy illegal, which is not cool.
South Park is funny. Henry Beale Jr. says.
Flower bed.
I mean, try to shut down Chappelle. Come on, man.
I like that they covered up the F word with flower bed. And by the way, he was saying how obviously the whole I actually don't really remember watching many Dave Chappelle comedies. Like, I've never gone to an actual concert of his. If there was like a stand-up concert, sorry, never seen it. I've seen him pop up on Netflix, but I think I've heard about him more times, mainly through the media recently, talking about how he was getting canceled. So he was just kind of bringing up this whole situation about Dave Chappelle getting canceled and how he thought that was ridiculous. I had to like literally Google why the heck somebody would want to cancel a comedian, and then I found this. So I mean, I can read this to you guys. So it's like, this is like a post, I think on vox.com. So, okay, so toward the end of Dave Chappelle's Netflix stand-up special, The Closer is what it's called, he says something revealing about the fight he's waged against trans people, a fight that's drawn Netflix itself into the fray, and which led to a walkout and protest against the company, I guess Netflix, on October 20th. So I don't know where I was, but I really didn't. I guess maybe I was too focused on cryptocurrency and Dogecoins to realize all of this was happening. But yeah, I really didn't see this. After discussing the death of his friend, a trans comedian named Daphne Dorman, who Chappelle also mentioned in his previous special, Sticks and Stones, I guess that's another like Netflix stand-up comedy, I'm assuming. Chappelle makes a joke where the punchline is blatantly misgender her. Then he says, as hard as it is to hear a joke like that, I'm telling you right now, Daphne would have loved that joke. And I think obviously a lot of protests occurred right after that one. And I don't know. I feel like it's just such a sticky situation that a comedian who I'm sure knew his friend very well, like unless he was, I think the only way for people to kind of get mad would be if he in fact didn't actually know that friend, and like there's no proof they ever knew each other. That would be really messed up, like how I think right now recently there's been like this rile up anger about people making NFTs of Stan Lee, basically the creator of like Marvel. And that would be messed up if I think somebody try to get fame or make jokes and say that they knew someone really well when they in fact didn't. I would be totally against that, but he was just basically, I think he made a joke and he said that his friend would have loved it. And I guess the community, the trans community, I guess blew up on that and went against Netflix. Judging by the fact that I've been on Netflix recently and I saw Dave Chappelle, I'm assuming he didn't get canceled in the end, so guess that's that. Dave Chappelle can't be canceled. Black Elegance says, I need to see that Love Doge and she. Oh, thank you, DH69 GG. Will XRP, hello. Who is your favorite comedian? Honestly, I want to say Trevor Noah. But then, like I told you guys, what's that really old joke? We were talking about that fruit punch guy. What's his name? The one that kicks the door. And says, "Oh yeah, no, it's Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid guy." So that reminded me of the comedian Dane Cook. I like Dane Cook, and I like Trevor Noah. Those are the only two I could think of off the top of my head for now. There's an Asian lady. I forgot her name. I'm sorry, but there's another. I don't know what ethnicity specifically. I want to say Ali Wong, but I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just gonna say she's an Asian comedian. I saw in person. Ali, but I forgot her last name. That's all I remember. So sorry. Flower Bed Brent and Henry. Sorry, let me continue this. So hold on.
Humorless society that is simply rife with
Yes!
condemnation.
Ali Wong. Yes, I think that's her name.
And hate, basically.
And no forgiveness, right?
Yeah. At its heart, wokeness is.
I love his
divisive,
accent. I love Elon Musk's accent. It's like
exclusionary,
English, but it's not really.
and hateful. It basically gives mean people a reason. It gives them a shield to be mean and cruel.
So I have something to add to this. He was just talking about how, I guess the person interviewing from Babylon, I'm assuming, he was saying how this is bad for kind of people not choosing to go against like forgiveness. And then he's saying how pretty much it allows people to be mean to others under the guise and this shield of like woke culture. So I think I'm talking about everything under the sun right now, like not just about woke culture and like about this Dave Chappelle situation. I feel like I'm talking about wrongdoings aside from murder. Okay. Wrongdoings aside from psychotic, just insane, murderous serial killers. Okay. Aside from people like that, which I'm sorry, if I meet a serial killer, I'm going to be like, sorry, dude. I don't see hope for you. You need to go to jail. I'm talking about people who have done something wrong, something that society might really frown upon, right? So if we just kind of point fingers or pull up their history or pull up their Facebook history, let's say somebody who's choosing to become president, right? Born in America. Sadly, that can't be Elon Musk because he's not born in America. Let's say like 10 years from now, we have somebody running for the president, and then they can't run for president because everyone's shunning them because maybe 20 years ago, or maybe when they were like 15 years old, they did something that was highly frowned upon. I don't know. Maybe they did like the eye thing that a lot of people do for Asians, you know, like where you pull your eyes to the side, and a lot of celebrities get shunned for. I honestly, and this like being Asian, I really think that we need to learn to forgive people and not kind of call out things that people have done wrong in the past and just say like this is a horrible person, let's cancel them. Because if you by canceling somebody, it's like you don't know how to forgive. You are basically saying you do this one wrongdoing and I catch you doing it, then we're all just going to kind of get rid of you. You're a horrible being. There's no hope for you. Like where do you think those people are going to like where do you think those people are headed in life if we all just start to cancel people and like you can't get jobs anywhere, or like let's say this person was running to be a model or an actress or a celebrity of some sort representing multiple brands, but because they were found to have done one thing or said one thing that was bad and you cancel them, they could have been an amazing person, they could have been an amazing doctor or whatever. So I definitely have my issues with this like cancel culture period, especially if someone has done something in the past. Like who has not done something bad in the past, right? I'm pretty sure every single one of you in here, including every person we know, have all said something, whether we meant it indirectly or not, accidentally or not, something that offended somebody. Because it's so easy to get offended. Sometimes I'm shocked at how easy like it is for me to get offended, but I get offended at stuff too, and then it turns out to be nothing, fluff. So I definitely the thing I really that matters to me is I hope we can all find it in our very busy lives to maybe just forgive somebody when you can find it in your heart too, because if you don't forgive, then I definitely think it's just the worst path for somebody. um because if they feel like no one's going to forgive them, then if I were thinking like a bad guy, I would just continue to do worse things, if anything, right? You would do worse things. It's kind of reminding me of this other thing now, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, thank you. Kaloon, 187. Welcome to Rubber Chicken Yellow Gang. Thank you. Welcome to the fam. The Spanish basketball team did that for the Olympic photo shoot about a decade ago, the Asian eyes. Yeah. Not saying that I'm totally like gonna high five people that I see on the street that's doing the quote unquote slanty Asian eyes thing or anything like that. But I'm just saying, just because I see someone do that, right? Like, let's say I find a picture of Elon Musk. You guys know how much I love him. If I find a picture of him or somebody finds an image of him doing that, like even 2 years ago or like 20 years ago, I'm not gonna be like, all right, that's it. Like, I hate him. That's it. Because he must hate it. Like, first you would have to jump to the assumption that this human being like hates this entire race, first off, right? You have to like jump to so many conclusions to like take one image or take one sentence that somebody said at a certain given point in time in order to cancel them. Like, you have to jump to so many assumptions that is just straight up wrong. It's like a detective walking into a crime scene and being like, well, the husband died and there's only the husband and the wife in the house, so it must have been the wife. Like, Gigi, Metaverse will take care of everything. Love Doge and SHIB said. I don't know. Apparently, we can't find the metaverse. So, here is a question: do you think because of a lockdown and the fact that we are communication more virtually, that it is easier to forgive someone, Jesse? No, I don't think it's easier to forgive someone because whether we're in a virtual world or whether we have to see people in person, I think forgiveness is something that humans lack because it's so much easier to kind of put the blame on somebody than because in a way I see it as like by putting the blame on somebody else. So by being like, all right, um, these people were I'm skinny and you're fat t-shirts out there, and I'm fat. Like, you know, like, okay, so you see someone on the street. I think there was a t-shirt that Paris Hilton wore one time, or maybe that was a meme and I took it seriously. But I think she once wore a shirt that said, "So happy I'm not poor." Don't call me on it. You have to find the picture yourself. But I think a friend of mine had it on his phone. I remember seeing it. It was like Paris Hilton with a wife beater, and it said something like, "So happy I'm not poor," or something like that. Or maybe it was memed on her and it wasn't her and she didn't actually wear a shirt like that. But let's say somebody out there, my rubber chicken, wore a shirt that says, "I hate fat people and they deserve to go to Uranus." Something like that. Okay. Like, let's say they said, "I hate fat people, and if you're over 300 pounds, you deserve to go to Uranus." Just because we see that, does that mean we should hate on this rubber chicken forever? I think no, but then it's also very easy for people to not want to forgive this rubber chicken because of all of the pain that might have been caused by other bullies in the past to certain people, right? Like, if I was 300 pounds and I see that, of course I think you would be lying if you're saying you're not a little bit hurt, but you could be a little bit hurt and then also have humor, and then also not kind of shun this person for life, I think. And I think that's what's wrong with our world right now. Like, there's a lot of people who are just choosing to be like, "Well, I'm 300 pounds. They're saying this about me. Therefore, I'm the victim. I've never done anything wrong in my life. Yes, let's cancel this person." And by canceling this person is kind of like, you feel like almost like it shows like you have a halo around your head or something. Like, you're an angel, this person's a devil. By categorizing, by labeling, and being like, this person is all at fault, the devil, then I am somehow better when I'm measuring up to this person. So I think there's a lot of like psychological mismatch going on here. Thank you, Ed from Queens. I forgive you not for not selling your Doge at 70 cents. Thank you for forgiving me. But I cannot forgive myself for that one. That I still will never forgive myself. The energy bunny was arrested for a charge of battery, Ken Bussy says. Fat people don't fit into Uranus. Henry Beale Jr. Oh my God. That's shocking, Ken and Jesse. Jesse says, Ken Bussy, battery and overcharging their customers. Oh man, honestly, like, kudos to whoever thought up that like whole energy bunny thing with the batteries. I don't know how that started. Like, who woke up and was just like, "I'm gonna do some advertising for batteries with like this fluffy bunny thing." I don't know where that comes from. Also, the Kool-Aid. I mean, at least the Kool-Aid guy makes sense because, like, oh wait, energy bunnies, because bunnies run fast, maybe. But then I think that bunny always had a drum. I don't know. But the Kool-Aid guy is just a jug of juice. But at least that makes sense because he's doing advertising for Kool-Aid. Also, Geico. I don't get the lizard. Is it a lizard or what is it? It's a lizard, right? There's a lot of ads. Let me just put that out there. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, why do we have a lizard for like this car insurance commercial? I don't know. I find it crazy that if someone says something against the grain or off-colored, that their entire life can be destroyed and they are ousted from society with no chance of forgiveness. Colon 187 says, yes, that makes me so sad because, and it's not, and this is like, because I think I know I am not perfect. I think if everybody kind of looked down and like looked into their own pasts and really dug it up, I highly doubt we would be so judgmental. I think a lot of us, it's just so much easier to pretend we're all perfect and then point fingers and be like, "Oh, this person did this 5 years ago. I cannot let it go." Yeah, you're definitely just being a little obnoxious, I think, by saying that somebody deserves to be canceled over some like little minute situation. And then even not minute situations, there's been like certain things I've seen on the internet about certain celebrities, YouTubers, where it is a little bit questionable that what they've done in the past. But again, I think to kind of have everybody slam them, um, to the point where that you don't give them a chance to apologize, or even after they apologize, there's still no way of coming back. Just a little sad because again, my issue is not about, it's not really about who's telling the truth and when they're saying like, I want your forgiveness, right? Because yes, I believe there are people out there who will say they're sorry. Maybe they're true racists, right? Maybe they're truly racist, sexist, whatever. And they're apologizing, and we can't tell which one's real, which one's fake, which apology is real or fake. But I definitely feel like no matter what it is, if we don't even allow ourselves the chance to forgive somebody, then they're probably going to do worse things. Yeah. I can imagine if you couldn't forgive someone for, I don't know, stealing. Maybe if you couldn't forgive somebody for stealing your $5 from your wallet, let's say that one time, then I can only imagine after you shun that human being out of your town or whatever, that they would probably go off to do bigger things. Maybe like stealing from a bank or robbing homes straight up from people that they hate that shun them. One, or worse, maybe even like some sort of kidnapping of some sort. I don't know. I feel like if you kind of push someone to an edge and feel like back them up into a corner where they feel like all there is darkness, then they will do worse things. That's how I see people. So maybe, I mean, hopefully mass majority of people aren't that intense, but yeah. Siri, where is the best place to hide a body? The second page of a Google search. Oh my god. It's because bunnies reproduce and have a sex a lot. Black Elegant says, makes sense. Too harsh to get canceled over some silly thing you did when you were a teen or in college. Yeah. But again, like, even if you just did it like yesterday, like, nobody has to really destroy you. I think definitely being called out is fine. I don't think we have to just be like, oh, that's fine. Like, this is an amazing human being, like, award winning. Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong there. I think blasting people is fine. Like, if you do find certain questionable motives or questionable actions, blast them. But then also know that just because somebody did something, it doesn't mean they're like a dictator and they're all of a sudden like marked at the same category as a serial killer. Like, that's just insanity. If you forgive someone, let them know or they will just get worse. Exactly. I agree with that. What about the truck driver got 110 years? He got 4 people killed. Love Doge and SHIB. Yeah, that one is a hard one. I honestly, again, I told you guys, I don't study law. I don't understand the justice system. But I will just put it out there. 110 years. Why do we even have 110 years on the judicial system? Like, do they actually expect us to become cyborgs? So then that 110 years will actually make sense? Because you might as well just say, like, you're never coming out. There's no, like, what if this person actually lives to like 120? I highly doubt it. But then, like, no, it's, I don't know. I feel like that sounds a little bit crazy to me. And judging by a lot of other punishments I've heard about in the news that were more slap on the wrist and either more people died or it seemed more intentional to me. Yeah, I think it was a little 110 years. People are being brainwashed because the politicians love playing identity politics. Josh R says, Ken Bussy, question, why couldn't the leopard play hide and seek? Answer, because he was always spotted. Luci, you can learn so much about Elon from True Hollywood Story, Season 2, Episode 10. I bet you will be glued to it like I was. Oh, thanks, Pamela. No, I don't think I've watched that. I've seen so many separate clips of Elon Musk, though. Like, from the 60 seconds, and then the recent one that It's All Risky posted on YouTube that, like, about like, a link from YouTube about, like, just all Elon Musk stuff. Yeah. He makes me want to tear up sometimes when he tears up. I think that moment when he was tearing up because his heroes, so the astronauts, weren't very fond of him. Like, during that one interview, he was really sad and made me sad. But either way, he's just from my face reading skills, and of course, there's really no proof that it's correct or anything. But I think he's a really nice person, even though sometimes people think he's the devil that's from Mars. So these are under my likes, or you can just go under the Post Millennial Twitter page. There's a lot of these clips from him. Oh yeah, and him calling out CNN for literally being perverted. Because I guess it was Babylon that made like a joke about like perverts go on CNN, and then he was like, and they were like, well, why aren't you on CNN? And he was like, I guess I'm not perverse enough or something. So you could go look check that out. What was something else? Okay, no, for a second here, I just want to look at crypto, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about Inferno, this new Netflix show that I'm watching, this Korean dating show, which really keeps my mind off of, you know, stonks and crypto drop days. Not today. Today is great. Got your, if they just did something yesterday, then that's who they are now. So it's different than something you learned they did years ago. Okay, so got your. Okay. But here's my thing. Here's my problem with saying like we can automatically judge someone if they did something yesterday, because again, I think it's not about just when they did it, it's about what they did and how the world perceives it. So again, if this rubber chicken is wearing a t-shirt with let me think about this. If this rubber chicken is wearing a shirt that says I hate Dogecoin, and if you own Dogecoin, then you're an idiot. Okay. So if somebody went out there and wore a shirt like that, and most of us with Dogecoins or meme currencies or whatever, you'd be a little offended. But does that mean this person, we just cancel them because we think they're like stupid because they don't like Dogecoin, or they think for now, this moment in time, they think Dogecoin is stupid, and they think that everybody who owns Dogecoin is stupid. They themselves don't own any. But that's them in this moment in time. Like, let's say December 21st, 2021. Are we like never going to give this person an opportunity to change their mind by shunning them? And because if everybody from the Doge community, I guarantee you, if they just go and attack this person and start saying on Twitter and whatever, like, you're ugly, you're horrible, you're a horrible human being, you deserve to be poor for the rest of your life, I hope your entire family GG's. Like, which the internet is vicious, right? Like, I would imagine that it would be much, much better if people don't attack others going out of their way, even if we assume they might be a little dumb, or there might just be a little bit confused, or they're doing something that's wrong, right? We should tell them that what they're doing is wrong, or in this case, they're not wrong, right? Just because that's their thought about Dogecoin hodlers, who cares? That's their thought. It's a free country. I think we should, if you want to educate this person, you think this person is just like, this chicken is just really dumb and needs to get a better lesson about finance, then you try to convince them. That's what you should do. Try to convince them. If they can't be helped, then they can't be helped. But I definitely believe in giving people chances. Same thing with if they wore a I hate Asians with blonde hair, for example. I personally will not feel like this is a human being that I will hate for the rest of my life just because they said that the one time. I don't think that what you do in one moment of your life defines the rest of your life. I know for a fact that I've said and done many things and thought many things before I became more educated or had more information bestowed into my mind. I've definitely changed many of my thoughts that I've had in the past. And I think if somebody maybe heard me talk or had a conversation with me 10 years ago and just dismissed me as somebody they would never want to talk to again, then that sucks for them, because people always change. Not saying that, again, if you do something like you enjoy others in pain and you're just like a serial killer, that I see a change in you. So that's kind of that's how I separate it. Wow, scary love Joe sheep seems like an awful accident. Wait, what? Don't break anybody's heart. Ken Buzzy says they only have one. Break their bones. They have 206. Oh man, killing 4 people. Love Doge and sheep says your love is dangerous, blind for Elon. Dangerously blind for Elon. I guess we could call it love. I would call it an admiration for Elon Musk. It is not blind though. Again, if I know and find out for a fact that he is a horrible human being, like I see him on the street and I see him kick a puppy in the face and punch a baby in the face, then I think I will change my mind, guys. I will not defend that. Best not to cancel people. We can cancel them ourselves. Best to know how people really think, Henry says. Agreed. Korean TV show on dating. Tell me more. Like The Bachelor. All right. So I'm gonna get into it. Oh my god, we're almost at 16,000 cryptocurrencies. Can you believe it? Still in the green, not epically, 2.29 trillion. Bitcoin is just playing with us, refuses to go over 50,000, but we're getting close. Ethereum also just chilling there at the 4,000 cups. Cups. XRP, actually, I'm really proud of XRP. My goodness, 95 cents. Getting over $1 for XRP during rough times like this, guys. It really warms my heart. I really didn't expect XRP to do so well during times like this. Dogecoin, sadly, 17.25 cents. We're not even close to 20 cents. We're up just 1.28. Shiba Inu up 2.51. So just chilling. Another day. I feel like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, although thanks to a previous subscriber, I believe, in my main channel that told me GameStop was specifically accepting Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. I was like, ooh, I'm going to fact check that. I didn't see it on like GameStop's Twitter page or anything, but I then went and searched about this because I'm like, if they were specifically only accepting Doge and Shiba Inu, that would be epic news, right? Like, that's not true. They're not only accepting Doge and Shiba Inu. So what happened, I did do my DD on this. Let's see here. This is a post on Crypto Globe you can find. GameStop starts accepting cryptos, including SHIB and Doge, via payment processor FLEXA, which is backed by Gemini, because you guys know I have Gemini. I can use FLEXA to pay and all that. I have not done so. But basically, you guys know that Gemini has a bunch of cryptocurrencies on there, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other basics. So yeah, it just means that FLEXA Network and GameStop are working together, and therefore automatically Dogecoin and Shiba Inu will be on the platform. So I don't know. That doesn't really get me that excited. I would need like Tim Cook tomorrow to come out and be like, you know what? We don't like Bitcoin. We don't like Ethereum. We choose Doge. That would be epic news. I hope so bad that the XRP court case ends in the investors' favor. Kowloon 187. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I'm biased. I want that to happen for XRP because I have XRPs. I'm just going to be really amazed. And that would send a serious red flag to the entire crypto community, though, if XRP loses. Like, this is a huge situation because then it goes to show, like, who else is the SEC going to come after? And my best guess is if XRP is going to be deemed a securities, not just a cryptocurrency, then all those other cryptocurrencies, especially these ranking 2000, low rank, we don't know whose face is on it, and these certain cryptocurrencies that obviously take a huge chunk given to the developers to then do advertising or do this and that and other projects, investments into the certain coin. All of that sounds a heck of a lot like a company, right? So not like Bitcoin, where there's literally no centralized group controlling it at all. It's literally just free game, just like Dogecoin. There's nobody paying influencers anywhere for Dogecoin or Bitcoin to shill. Michael Saylor does it for absolutely free because he just has Bitcoin himself and he fully believes in it. So I would be really like hiding under the covers, running for shelter if the day comes and XRP, Ripple Labs Inc. loses that case and is deemed a securities, then GG to a whole bunch of thousands of cryptocurrencies that's currently on the global crypto market cap. Not saying that just because if XRP does win, that I think these other cryptocurrencies that what I just mentioned with an unknown face in the background / these transactions that are very questionable, that makes it seem a lot like maybe a possible rug pull, exit scam, or basically too much like a company that's controlling the assets and kind of promising dividends in a sense to their shareholders. So if you make it too much like stocks, or you make it in a way where there's like too much centralized control, I do believe that the regulators will come after them sooner or later, just a matter of time. Lucy, what's going on? Are we rich? Ritzy says. Just woke up and happened to look at my phone and notice you were live. Haven't seen this since Shiba has in the 8s. Ritzy, yes, it's a pretty good day. Also for Jasmine hodlers everywhere, it's up like over 50% earlier when I checked. But I'm not like too excited just because I feel like this is a good day. I'll be happier once Bitcoin thrives way above 50,000. All right, I'm going to go back to my show real quick. So I'm going to tell you guys about this Korean dating show that it randomly just like popped up on my Netflix. So I'm like, fine, I'll take a break from Vampire Diaries and like random movies and I'll watch this. And now I'm hooked. I'm hooked. It's called Inferno. So INFERNO. And it's just like this Korean dating show. So it's just like any other dating show, except I guess the cool part is that it's like survivors ish. So here's the premise. Basically, it's all Koreans, right? They speak Korean in it. It's all Korean people. There's no other race. It's a Korean show. And it's a dating show where you have an island and these people, like these guys and girls, I think it's 5 guys and 4 girls, they're stuck on an island and then they have to like cook their own food, but don't worry for them. Obviously, the crew that is Netflix probably like gives them food over there. You just don't really see any workers during the thing, so it looks like nobody's there. Of course, there's camera crew, but there's people that will provide them food. It's not like they have to literally fish for food. I haven't seen them fish for their own food, but it's like food they have to cook themselves. Like it's not comfortable. There's not like coffee in the morning and like a buffet. So it's like not very comfortable for them to stay on this island. Okay, there's like no TV, nothing. There's nothing fun to do. It's just a stupid island. And then there's a paradise section where you take a helicopter to get to this paradise section. But you have to pair up. So you have to like tell a guy or girl that you like each other, whatever. You have to pair up, and then you go on the helicopter into paradise, which is like this hotel where you can get all the fine dining, I guess, and it's just like a really fancy place. So it has like a mixture of like survival mixed with people wanting to find their match. So I don't know. It's just like any other reality TV show. Like I question it on like how real it is, but so far me watching it, I feel like it is pretty real. At least from the facial expressions. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, CB Doge, thank you. Just saw you there. Thanks, CB Doge, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Good morning, Lucy. Oh, it's morning. I have 2 non-crypto questions for you. All right. I always like non-crypto questions. Will you be celebrating Xmas with your family? Yes. And when are the glasses coming off? P.S. Black looks great on you. Let's go. Thanks, guys. Basibi Doge. Are you colorblind? I think a lot of people are colorblind though, honestly. This is actually not black. I feel like everyone in my main channel live stream thought this was black too. It's actually olive dark green. Nobody sees it. Just me. Or maybe it's my lighting. I don't know. Maybe my lighting tricks you that it's black, but it's olive dark green. Sorry if you are colorblind and I joked about that. But yeah, I will be with family on Christmas, but I will also make sure I do live streams around the holiday season. Maybe every day. I don't know. We'll see how much I'm up for it. Ed from Queens, I think they said he is an inexperienced driver. Oh, you guys are still talking about that. So do we know any news on it? He's still getting 110 years? Or did the petition go through and now it's going to be less? Why is Santa Claus so jolly? Because he knows where all the naughty girls live. Oh, man. Ed from Queens, but what about Mrs. Claus? Okay, then he should be charged. Love Doge and SHIB. Wait, what did Ed from Queens says? I love Doge and SHIB. The brakes properly did not fail. The problem is a truck has air brakes and stop working if used incorrectly. He should have downshifted and used emergency brake. So could it be that he just didn't know what he was doing and that's why he's getting charged for 110 years? Again, I'm not with the law. I've never studied law, so I don't really understand why there's such a thing as 110 years for certain cases and then certain other cases where people die. It's like 10 years, less than 10 years, no years for certain junior cases. I don't get it. But I really hope that I do live to see the day where there will be the law and then there will be, AI, blockchain, human beings making decisions on what we think about current laws or how we as the people, all 300 million people in America should be able to kind of show how we feel if we want to about these certain court cases. I think that would be cool. Like, you still do your jury thing and have your judge, right? You can decide by law like 110 years, 5 years, whatever you want, and then have the people like watch the case. Only people who of course watch the case, not just people who like I wouldn't even be I would not be somebody who I think is eligible to vote in the perfect world that I'm describing on if this person deserves 110 years versus 15 years or 20 years. I think it would be neat if in the future we have the regular justice system, but then you also allow participants who are just very interested, who want to like listen in on the entire court case filing and then get more details on it, on the situation, like facts that the cops have, and then make their vote on how many years you think this person deserves to get, or do you think this person is guilty, not guilty. So people who have actually listened on the facts and what they think, that way, you know, it just makes people happier, I think, than just being like, okay, this is what we're voting on, and then that's it. Love Doge and SHIB. I do not believe he deserves jail time. He did not set out to kill 4 people from Queens. But then the thing is, there definitely has been in the past. Our judicial system does punish people, whether you meant to or not. If usually when a murder is involved, you're getting some years. So I feel like right now everyone's wound up, not because he's getting years, period. It's just how much the years are. I don't think people would be like, oh, okay, he should get off scot-free. I don't think anybody out there is like, just he should get 0 years. But I don't know why the company isn't involved. Like if this person is saying that it's the brakes, then technically wouldn't that be in the responsibility of the company that he was working for, or whoever owned the truck? There's just like so many pieces. Dark brown. I am technically colorblind. Henry Beale Jr. says I can't read those Rorschach cards with numbers in them. Some dark reds and aim blues look black, burgundy. Yeah, no, it's definitely it's olive green, but it's okay. I assume a lot of us, I mean, a lot of you guys might be a little bit colorblind, but that's cool. That's cool. He had little experience, but I do not believe he should be in prison. Ed from Queen says, again, just we're all gonna have very, very different opinions on the situation, and I wish that there was a voting tier system on it. So everybody who actually read over all of the case filings can vote and we could see what happens. I think that's more convincing than any petition. Just like a general, like everyone and every citizen in America deserves to have a vote, and then we should all be able to see as that pans out on the internet. And then also how the judicial system's deciding their fate. And we should definitely, as a nation in the future, see that data, like if it really is always off, like if the people always think this person's not guilty, and then our system always says they are guilty, then we're going to have lots of problems, and maybe that would be a sign that things need to be changed. You always give insight that others don't. Thank you, Chility. Oh, thank you, CP Doge. Thanks for the super chat, even though I called you colorblind. Turns out I have night mode color tempo activated on my monitors. It removes the blue tint, so that's easier on the eyes late at night. Oh, like people who wear blue light glasses, I think, right? And it makes your olive green look black. My apologies. Don't worry, I was not offended by you thinking I was wearing a black long sleeve. I know we live in a very confusing world right now, but no apologies necessary, guys. Thoughts on Theranos? Yes, Theranos, Elizabeth Holmes. Was that stock ever available for trading? Henry Beale Jr. says. I don't know. Anybody want to answer me if that stock was ever available for trading and you bought it, or if it was like an IPO that you purchased? Because all I know from watching like a documentary, like it went on for a while. Like a lot of people were saying like this is revolutionary, like health tech, like this is gonna change our world. Yeah, so I think a lot of people got tricked, and she definitely people featured her on like multiple interviews, magazines, like it was just, she was big. But I wasn't trading stocks. I really couldn't care less at that point in time in my life when she was like super famous and rich. So I definitely wasn't in on it. Theranos was never public, all private investors. Wow. I guess I kind of feel a little bit better for the people that wasn't happening. Imagine all the people who would have lost the money. I read the book, CP Doge says. Wow. So yeah, I think her case, last I heard of it was a few days ago on the news, and they were saying that her fate will be decided. I thought it was this month. I think her fate is going to be decided this month, like how many years she's going to get. But she's pleading that she's not guilty. Look, I don't know how she's pleading she's not guilty, but apparently she's pleading she's not. I'm very confused, like how? Because I thought the entire, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought that she's sued because of the fact that the promised product of testing your blood and then seeing like what issues you have, what health problems you have through the testing of your blood, just like literally pop, and then putting into a machine and then find out in less than, I'm assuming, a couple hours if you're sick or not and what diseases you have. Like if that was supposed to be real and it wasn't, how do you not know this if you are like the leader of this company? And like, how could you possibly win this case? I don't know. I guess time will tell what happens, but to me that's like a dead ringer for you're gonna get some time, like maybe not 110 years, but I feel like she's gonna get some time. It would be nuts if she didn't, because I'll be like, wait, what? I guess everybody can just pretend to make health health tech, and then have it fail. Because I was saying this to you guys before, like if that technology was made and this year, like in the last 2 years, and you had investors pour money into it, or if it had gone public or people actually believed in it, that would be insane. Because can you imagine how many people would just like die for no reason because they thought that they were totally okay because the thing didn't work. I think she thought they were going to resolve the issues. She believed this could be done, Gotyer says. Huh. All right. Time will tell. Again, I don't know anymore. Lucy, what did this year teach you? And are you sad it's ending? No, I'm not sad at all, Juicy Draft. Oh my goodness. I'm doing a countdown. Cannot wait. 10 more days, man. Like, let's get this thing over with. Done with 2021. It's been good. What's funny? 2021 has been one of the best years of my life. I would mark 2021 literally one of the, I'll just call it best year of my life. I think 2021 is the best year of my life because I feel like I've achieved a lot of things that I've always wanted to ever since I was young. And yeah, it just feels like I am doing more of the things that I've always wanted to do and maybe wasn't brave enough or just the timing wasn't right to do in the past. So I definitely feel like I'm being more real with myself than ever this year, and just learned a lot from like a lot of reflecting time. Maybe that's thanks to the pandemic, really, not just specifically this year. So yeah, I think this is my favorite year. But with that being said, so excited for it to be over. Like I'm really happy, like kind of overcoming my fears of live streams this year in April. And then now I have 2 YouTube channels and I love doing YouTube. It's something I always kind of loved and wanted to do as a kid, and I just gave up really quickly on it. So I'm glad that I came back into it. That's one. And then also I feel like, yeah, just everything, every step of the way, everything I'm doing with my life, how I'm kind of saying yes and no to things. It's more aligning with like my true self, I believe. And all of these things that I'm doing right now, I'm just happy with it. So I'm happy with my life more than ever this year. But these are things that I feel like can carry forward to next year anyways. Like all that I'm doing that I find is me, I'm carrying forward to next year. So I couldn't care less about this year ending. I'm like, get it over with. But that's mostly because I just really want to sell stocks and crypto next year. I don't want to sell it this year. So I'm like, get it over with. And then also I have a feeling if things are going to get more bullish, it's probably not going to be like right at the end of this year. I don't think we're getting some crazy Bitcoin pump to $75,000 on New Year's Eve. I don't know. Just don't feel like it's happening. So I'm excited for everyone to get a fresh start and new hope, even though it's like it's nothing. It's just humans make time, humans make calendars, right? So it really doesn't mean anything, right? Every year is special in its own, and then every year is different. But with that being said, I think we all kind of believe in this fresh new start situation like every year, right? You're like, oh, my New Year's resolution. So I guess the answer to oh wait, sorry. Lost my track of thought. I'm glad to hear the gratefulness. I love this self-reflection and your presence. We appreciate you. Aw, thank you, Juicy. And thanks for coming on here and joining me on multiple live stream. All of you guys, all my mods, all the members of this channel, everyone, and everyone just comes in and chats. Really hope you guys know, even though sometimes I joke around with you guys, it may not seem like I appreciate you as much as I do. I really do. I'm just maybe not the best with words, but yeah. Thank you. Love Doge and SHIB. Thank you for the sticker. Mwah. I'm Elizabeth Holmes is a sociopath. Ed from Queen says. I'm sure on YouTube we're gonna find some YouTuber out there who's made a video about her specifically and why that is. But all I know is she's a very good actress, because I don't think it's easy to go around like with a very, very deep tone and just change your entire look and have this like persona. I feel like you got to be good. You got to be like a good actress. You got to know what you're doing in order to kind of convince millions of people. And I mean, props to her though. Like she had it good for a while. Like she really was good at acting. I think you have to be a really, really good at convincing people. Like you have to be really, really charming and get people to trust in you. So she's really convincing to get millions of dollars and have so many people invest. It's not easy, right? Like you to convince that many people and basically trick that many people. It's kind of like, is it a movie yet? Oh, it's turning into a movie. I'm like, this sounds like something I would watch on Netflix. Yeah, it is. Jennifer Lawrence is playing her, so she's gonna be turned into a movie. They're making a movie about Theranos. Yes, thank you, CB Doge. Theranos. I can never pronounce it. Theranos, starring Jennifer Lawrence, produced and distributed by Apple. This is going to make me sound like a petty hodler, but if Doge hits over 70 cents again, I'm selling this time. 187. All right, come back to me once we do hit that number, and I would love to see if you go back against your word, because I said that when Doge was 13 cents. I like said to people around me, I'm like, damn it, I'm getting rid of Dogecoin. Once it hits 69 cents, like I'll get rid of it. Watch me. Like I'm not doing this thing again. This 13-cent level is killing me. I said it. And then like now a couple of days go by, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, it can go back up to 75. I'm not selling. I'm like, I'm not touching it. I'll sell once Dogecoin's over $1. So please come back and check in and see what happens later on. But I have a feeling we're all going to go back on our word. If you ever fart in public, Kambasi says, just yell turbo power and walk faster. Okay, I've not done that, but yeah, like I think farting in public, I really feel bad for those who have very loud farts. Like if you have a very loud fart and if you do it in public, it's like there's just like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? It's really hard, I think, to justify it because everyone knows you did it. Will do. 187 says, all right, cool. What if it shoots past 70 to 80 cents? Henry says, when this happens, I think all crypto will be mooning. So I think it really is dependent on how everything else is doing. You're right. I think if Bitcoin is mooning at the same time as Dogecoin, then maybe people won't let go of Dogecoin because they're like, whatever, everything's going to the moon. But if it's just Dogecoin and it just kind of gets close to 69 cents, I think a lot of people, and if it floats around 69 cents without moving higher, people are going to be like, this is it. Like, sell this thing before it goes back down. Luke says 2022 will be a great year. Doge year. I think it's the year of the tiger for like Chinese zodiac. So I don't know. Not really a dog year, but we're going to have to wait many, many years, I think, until it's a dog year again. You watch, there will be a huge amount of volume of crypto trades will be coming in starting January 2nd. That's when it will really start to take off. All right. I hope you're right, Gotyear. I hope you're right. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to peace out. It's been great with you guys. Thank you for another awesome live stream. I'm going to go watch my Inferno, my Korean dating show. Reality dating show. One of the girls looks like Jenny from Blackpink, so I don't know if you're into Blackpink, maybe you can watch it. one of the gals that's single. It's like all single folks in the thing. I just think it's funny because they're like trying to mix Survivor with it, by saying these people are trapped on this island, but the island's lovely. Like, it's beautiful. And they like still set up stuff for them. They're like, here's some canned foods and some sweet potatoes. They're not actually expecting these beautiful contestants to like go out and climb trees and like dig for fish. Cause I'm like, that would be maybe not the best time to find a mate. I don't know. Like finding a mate and then fishing at the same time and getting all dirty. But I hope one day Netflix does a show like that. That would be interesting. But then I think a lot of people wouldn't sign up for it because they're like, oh, I don't want to get my nails. Like the girls have like really long, nice nails, and like they always have makeup on and stuff during like when the island time when they're supposed to be on survivor mode. So I hope maybe later on Netflix will do a show where they do like dating, but it's going to be like you're on an island and you have to like fish your own food and get all dirty and messed up. And then if you pair up, so if you like, so without knowing, they like pretty much tell the show like, okay, this is the person I like, and then this is the person I like, and then if you match, you both like each other enough, then you will go to paradise. So you go to like the fancy hotel area, you fly on a helicopter, and you go there, and you enjoy like one day there. Another cool part about this show is that I guess the contestants that are currently in the show, they don't know each other's age and profession, so they can talk about anything except for their age and what they do for a living. So it's gonna be weird. Like I guess like you see people matching up, right? And then so on the island they're not allowed to talk about it, but if they do match up, then they act like they find each other and they like each other. They go to I guess this paradise spot. I haven't watched that episode yet, but they go to paradise and then they have like pools and like I guess room service, and you're in like a nice hotel room and there's like a piano. So if you're in that world, I mean not that world, if you're in that space, you could reveal your secrets. So you're supposed to like answer to your partner what you do for a living and how old you are. So I guess, yeah, I would love to see if these people end up with each other once money comes into play, right? Like, oh, all right, you're a painter. How much does that make? You're on Wall Street. How much does that make? And then, who knows? Maybe somebody's a prostitute. I don't know. And then also their age. I would wonder, like, okay, if somebody's like 10 years older than the other person, and they totally thought that the age was off, would they still love this person or still be into them? I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out. If you want to see some random show that literally like none of my friends have introduced this to me, it just popped up on Netflix yesterday, so I've decided to continue to watch this Inferno Korean dating show. And you have these like, I don't know, I think there's a panel that would like judge these contestants. So they're just like in the middle watching these contestants, like you're watching the show and they're just judging them. They're like, oh, this person's so sweet. This girl is definitely the most well liked, or this person's like catty. Friday night Xmas Eve / Sat Xmas. Yes, Friday night is Christmas Eve. Yep, Lucy will 72.5 hours for California, LOL, not 48 hours. 72 hours till Christmas, Henry says. All right. Wow. That is really, really soon. I don't know. I'll start putting on a Christmas sweater of some sort, like maybe the 24th, but not sooner than that. So you won't see me wearing it in the next 2 days. Night, guys. Take care.